And live from beautiful Sydney, Australia, it's showtime! Ladies and gentlemen, here's the popular and acclaimed, reigning and defending, undefeated IBF and WBC welterweight champion of the world, introducing the truth, Errol Spence Jr. Gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, the all-action warrior, the battle-ready world-ranked contender, and the former WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, introducing the Soul Taker, Tszyu. Once again, Harvey Dock is our referee in charge, and now to give instructions.
Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Good luck.
The boxing world turns its attention to Sydney Olympic Park, Australia, where a sold-out crowd gathers for a thrilling 12-round middleweight showdown. Errol Spence Jr., the experienced American southpaw with 28 wins and 22 knockouts, steps into enemy territory to face Australia's Tszyu, who brings an impressive record of 27 victories and the support of an entire nation. With both fighters determined to make a statement, the anticipation inside the arena reaches its peak as the referee delivers the final instructions. Both men touch gloves and return to their corners. The opening bell echoes through the stadium, and the contest begins with patience rather than chaos. Spence immediately controls range with his sharp jab and smooth movement, while Tszyu calmly inches forward, searching for an opening to attack the body. The early exchanges are tactical. Spence lands clean left hands that showcase his timing, but Tszyu answers with powerful body shots that energize the hometown fans. Neither boxer gains a clear edge before the first round comes to an end, leaving everything wide open. Round 2 brings a noticeable shift. Tszyu increases the pressure, cutting off the ring and forcing Spence to work harder for every escape. Heavy punches to the body begin finding their mark, but Spence stays composed, firing crisp combinations before circling back to safety. The pace continues to climb as both fighters answer every successful attack with one of their own. Momentum changes constantly, making it nearly impossible to predict who's ahead as another competitive round closes. By the third round, Spence appears fully settled. His straight left hand lands more consistently, and his quick combinations begin disrupting Tsyu's rhythm. Every clean punch earns a loud reaction from the crowd. Tszyu refuses to slow down. He marches forward behind a tight guard, delivering heavy hooks and punishing body shots whenever he gets inside. His relentless pressure keeps Spence from becoming too comfortable. The action becomes faster with every exchange. Spence displays sharp accuracy and ring IQ, while Tszyu relies on strength and constant aggression. The contest grows more intense as both fighters refuse to surrender ground. Round 4 belongs to pressure. Tszyu attacks from the opening bell, forcing Spence toward the ropes and drawing huge cheers with every clean connection. The Australian crowd senses momentum swinging in their fighter's favor. Spence answers with experience. He slips punches by inches before landing accurate counters that stop Tszyu from taking complete control. Several heated exchanges bring the fans to their feet as neither man backs away. The 5th round introduces another adjustment. Spence begins targeting the body, digging hooks downstairs to slow Tsyu's relentless advance. The strategy creates more space and allows him to control the distance more effectively. Tszyu sticks to his game plan, patiently cutting off the ring before launching powerful right hands. Every clean punch reminds Spence that a single mistake could change the fight in an instant. With 6 rounds approaching, the action reaches another level. The cautious approach disappears as both fighters trade combinations in the center of the ring. The crowd erupts after nearly every exchange. Spence's championship experience becomes more noticeable. He manages the pace with smart footwork, a consistent jab, and well-timed counters that interrupt Tsyu's attacks before they fully develop. Still, Tszyu refuses to fade. He continues pressing forward with determination, looking for the breakthrough punch that could completely shift the momentum. As the fight moves deeper into the championship rounds, neither man is willing to give even a single inch. The 7th round explodes into action as both fighters meet in the center without hesitation. Spence sticks behind a sharp jab before landing clean left hands that repeatedly snap Tsyu's head back. His timing and accuracy begin taking control of the exchanges. Tszyu refuses to give ground. He storms forward with heavy hooks to the body and head, forcing Spence to stay alert every second. Even after eating clean counters, the Australian keeps applying pressure, turning the round into an all-out battle. Round 8 becomes Spence's strongest stretch of the fight. His footwork looks effortless, his combinations flow smoothly, and his bodywork finally begins slowing Tsyu's relentless attack. Every successful exchange builds his confidence. Although Tszyu continues moving forward, his pace isn't as explosive as before. Spence controls the distance, lands clean combinations, and slips away before dangerous counters can arrive. The momentum slowly starts leaning toward the American as the championship rounds arrive. Fatigue becomes impossible to ignore. Both fighters wear the marks of battle, but neither shows any sign of quitting. The crowd senses the fight hanging in the balance. Tszyu responds with another aggressive push, landing several powerful shots that ignite the arena. For a brief moment, it feels as though the momentum has shifted back to the hometown favorite. Spence answers like a true veteran. He stays calm, works behind his jab, and fires accurate counters that quickly stop Tsyu's rally. With only 3 rounds remaining, every punch carries enormous importance. The 10th round is fought at a relentless pace. Spence controls range with smart footwork and clean combinations, refusing to waste energy while continuing to score. His discipline becomes one of his biggest advantages. Knowing time is running out, Tszyu increases the pressure, swinging with everything he has in search of a dramatic turning point. Several dangerous punches narrowly miss, keeping the crowd on the edge of their seats. Round 11 becomes a test of heart. Tszyu empties the tank, pressing forward with non-stop attacks and refusing to give Spence a chance to breathe. Every exchange feels capable of deciding the fight. Spence never loses his composure. He slips incoming punches, answers with sharp counters, and avoids unnecessary risks. His experience shines through as he keeps scoring while staying defensively responsible. The final round begins with both men giving everything they have left. Spence relies on timing, movement, and crisp combinations, while Tszyu throws powerful shots until the very last seconds, encouraged by the deafening support of his fans. The final bell rings after 12 unforgettable rounds. Both fighters embrace in a show of respect before waiting for the official scorecards. Moments later, the judges award Errol Spence Jr. a unanimous decision victory, completing an impressive debut at middleweight. The crowd rises to applaud both warriors for an unforgettable performance. After the announcement, Spence thanks the Australian fans and praises Tsyu's toughness, calling him one of the most challenging opponents of his career. Tszyu accepts the result with class and promises to return stronger, even hinting at a future rematch. The fight instantly becomes a major talking point among boxing fans, with experts discussing the tactical adjustments, momentum swings, and high-level exchanges that define the contest. Whether viewed as a dream matchup or a fantasy showdown, it delivers everything fans could hope for. Spence proves he can succeed in a new division, while Tszyu further strengthens his reputation as one of boxing's toughest competitors. A rematch would undoubtedly capture the attention of the entire boxing world. Let us know who you think won the most important rounds in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more boxing content, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.